Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. We are learning new information from multiple law enforcement agencies on yesterday's mass shooting along Interstate 75 in southern Kentucky. At least 12 vehicles were hit by gunfire and 5 people were shot. Law enforcement have been searching for this suspect, Joseph A. Couch, all day. WYMT's Amelia Lee has also been in Laurel County since last night. She begins our coverage with new details in the investigation. Amelia.
Steve, the ATF, the Kentucky State Police, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office, and even more responding agencies were here at the London Community Center tonight for a news briefing. They told us new information, as you said, and they also told us the background of Joseph Couch. They confirmed that for us, as well as saying that his house was searched tonight. Couch reportedly purchased his gun, an AR-15, at a local gun store in London. Officers say it was obtained legally and that they do have the paperwork. In terms of shots fired, at this point, officials say 12 vehicles were hit with multiple rounds. Now, the Kentucky State Police have been asked to take over the manhunt, but the Laurel County Sheriff's Office is still heading the investigation.
We're doing everything that we can do. And like I say, just be confident. And I want to thank the people for everything from a prayer to we've had lunches, we've had water, we've had phone calls, we've had tips, and that's exactly what we want you to continue to do.
And we do need to be vigilant. You need to be constantly on the lookout until this passes. But rest assured that everything that can be done is being done. Rest assured that once this individual is captured and taken into custody, that he will be prosecuted.
The background of the suspect has also been announced. Joseph Couch is said to be from the Knox or Whitley County area. He reportedly has a military background and served in the National Guard for many years. Officers say at this point it is smart for Couch to turn himself into authorities. Officials once again say that Joseph Couch, the suspect, is considered armed and dangerous. They say to use caution and to remain vigilant as you go about your activities tonight. Again, as we find new information, we will update you as soon as we can. In Laurel County, Amelia Lee, WYMT, Mountain News.
Amelia, thank you very much. We also want to let you know, in case you missed the news conference earlier, the latest one at 9 o'clock. It was a rather lengthy one, and several new tidbits of information came out in that news conference. We have just uploaded the entire thing to our website. You can also see the special reports from earlier today, all of that on our website and WYMT News app. Now, first responders say they were overwhelmed with support since the search for the active shooter began. Numerous people, as Amelia mentioned, have donated water, food, and supplies for them. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on their generosity, and he continues our team coverage.
Appreciate you guys.
Thankful people were all around the Laurel County Emergency Operations Center Sunday, along with a lot of food, a lot. And just maybe that's an understatement.
I think I'm proud. It's really amazing to be part of this community. The building that we're at is kind of off the beaten path, as you know, and it's amazing, all the cars here.
People brought hot food, snacks, pizza, sandwiches, and lots of bottled water.
No matter what's going on, we just try, when a problem hits, we just try to come together and again, make the best of a bad situation.
Within about an hour and a half of sending out that call for supplies, they soon realized that they had enough, and they had so much they really didn't know what they were going to do with all of it. People in the community say what took place with the active shooter is shocking, especially for London, but they say the response is typical of the people here.
Unfortunately, we're seeing this too much, and I've got 3 kiddos, and I don't know what the answer is, but I know that it's incredibly shocking and terrifying when it's in your own backyard.
What is amazing and what is so Christ-like is that when I came when we came to deliver our food and supplies, that others have already delivered and more were coming. And so to me, it just, I don't know, it just lets you know that there's still wonderful people in the world that still love Jesus and still want to be his hands and feet.
Emergency management officials say they already have a plan Monday to feed and take care of the first responders working the scene. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, while police are not searching through the night in the dark for the suspect, we are told that officers and deputies are maintaining a presence in that area. Again, that's about 8 miles north of London off the interstate at exit 49. They're going to be there through the night. Some of those who witnessed yesterday's shooting are coming forward to describe the terrifying incident. Christina Denoto says she was traveling with her friend from New York to Tennessee when they heard what they say was deafening gunshots before witnessing the aftermath of another vehicle that was hit by the bullets. She says no one expects such a situation on the roadways.
And there was a white truck that was next to us in the right-hand lane, and all of a sudden he slowed down and he pulled off to the shoulder, and we thought maybe it was his tire had blown out or something, but it was much louder than a tire blowing out. And it was just so loud and so scary.
Both Denoto and her passenger were not hurt. Congressman Hal Rogers provided a new statement tonight regarding the shooting in Laurel County. He said, quote, "Our first responders have been working around the clock now for more than 24 hours to locate the suspect accused of turning I-75 in Laurel County into a dangerous firing range on Saturday, injuring 5 people. Thankfully, local police have confirmed that no further shots have been fired today, and all the shooting victims are in stable condition. I also want to applaud all the unsung heroes who aided victims before first responders arrived on the scene. The semi-truck drivers who surrounded school buses to protect our students stuck on the interstate for hours, and those who have donated water and food to the Central Command Post to support our brave first responders. The hope and strength of southeastern Kentucky is shining bright once again in the midst of this dark hour." Yesterday's mass shooting not only impacted drivers on the interstate, but those in surrounding communities as well. Maggie Rickerby explains.
The superintendent of Harlan Independent says students from his school district were returning from a band competition when their bus got stuck on the interstate for 3 hours.
There's just a general level of concern and anxiousness and really just eagerness to get the bus moving and headed south so that they could be reunited with their families.
Morton says the 14 students on that bus were able to contact their loved ones and let them know they were okay. He also says the bus driver happens to be a school guidance counselor.
I knew they were in great hands, had a great bus driver, and the band director is, very capable of handling these kinds of situations.
Just off of exit 49, where the shooting happened, is family-owned War Zone Paintball. A group was in the middle of a paintball session when police placed everyone into lockdown for hours.
We had some players shooting because it's a paintball facility. We hear paintball shots all the time. We don't know what's going on,
Chavez says a lot of their employees and players were outside in the field and in the woods at the time of the shooting. Everyone had to go inside and stay put.
We were all just terrified. Everyone was scared. Everyone was just calling their family, their friends, telling them that we were okay.
Both Chavez and Morton say they are thankful everyone was okay and send their support to the victims and their families. In Laurel County, Maggie Rickerby, WKYT.
Chavez adds that the incident closed her family's business today while exit 49 remains closed. If you do not have the WYMT News app downloaded, we encourage you to do that. You can find all of our coverage on the I-75 mass shooting and keep up with the latest news as we get it, along with school closings. And as you can see at the bottom of your screen, there are many school closings tomorrow, mainly in Laurel and surrounding counties, as just a precaution because of this mass shooting and the fact the suspect has not been caught. Now, to download the app, just scan that QR code there you see on your screen, and to receive push notifications, those must be enabled, and check the breaking news, live reminders, and closings preferences in the app's setting.